Hello?
Alrighty, we are live. This is HOCWWID podcast with the one, the only, the greatest, DJ Marmalade.
Alright.
Alright, guys. It's been a while since I have done a podcast, and my grandma has received the notoriety she truly deserves. Grandma, what do you got to say to all my friends who acknowledge you?
Hi, everybody.
And how do they acknowledge your greatness?
I've been missing you.
Amen. My grandma said she misses every single one of you. Now, Grandma, speaking of greatness, like I was saying, according to the secretive state, the Kim family is too perfect to need the toilet like the rest of us. It is a claim repeated in official biography of the late leader Kim Jong-il and confirmed by the concentration camp survivor Kang Shal-hwan. Now, in Kang Shal-hwan's memoir, in the aquariums of Pyongyang, Mr. Kang writes, "They were perfect beings, untarnished by any base human function. I was convinced, as we all were, that neither of them urinated or defecated. Who could imagine such things of gods?"
Oh, my goodness.
Grandma, this came from an important guy over there. A
Well,
survivor. How can you disagree? I'm just
I
saying.
do.
You can't. Grandma,
I
the
do.
guy was an important figure over there. How can you disagree?
James,
What?
I'll show you the Brooklyn Bridge.
The Brooklyn Bridge?
Yeah.
What's about it?
That's how far-fetched I think what you're telling me is.
Well,
That
Yes.
I will show you the Brooklyn Bridge.
well, Grandma, this came from real articles. This is not me making this up. I'm not trying to make funny. Like, I'm serious.
Well,
It came from an article. And you can't argue with it. Because, Grandma, it was even stated by an important figure over in North Korea. So how can you say that an important figure would lie of such a thing?
well,
I mean, Grandma, the guy has no toilet, no nothing like that in his place. Like, I think that pretty much speaks enough. Because if the man does not have a single bathroom in his house or anything, then you know what that means. Then if he would be able to poo or pee or anything like that, it would be everywhere. But
James,
you can't argue with it, Grandma. Grandma, let's go to North Korea.
I don't want to go to North Korea.
Yeah, but I do.
Why?
It sounds so great.
What's so great about it?
Well, you don't pee or poop. My grandma's cool.
Oh, James, what am I going to do with you?
Grandma went to New York City yesterday. Yeah, you got a meeting tomorrow. You got a meeting tomorrow, Grandma.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you actually do. Why are you saying that you don't?
Because I don't know about that.
Grandma, 7 o'clock in the morning, Robin Roberts, Jeff Stephanopoulos, Times Square. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to look at stuff. What the heck? Why do they want me to download the app? I don't want to download the app. My grandma don't even believe in apps.
Who wants you to download an app?
Well, I'm trying to read this article on North Korea, but it's not letting me. I mean, I really think that, I really think maybe we like, what if everything that we think of North Korea is completely wrong?
Well, I don't know.
Like, what if everything that they say is really the truth? Like, what if they really do have the cure for everything? I mean, how can you say that they don't?
Well, I don't see how we can say that they do.
Grandma, there's proof of it. So in another article that I have read, North Korea says it has developed a vaccine that is very effective in treating MERS, Ebola, and AIDS. The state mouthpiece KCNA reported, as well as a range of other diseases that modern medicine is yet to find a cure for. The drug is known as Kundang-2. It is reportedly able to treat everything from AIDS to tuberculosis and cancer, as well as harm from the use of computers and morning sickness, according to the drug website. How can you argue with it?
Well,
Now, I understand that you're like a scientist and all this stuff, and you haven't even figured it out, but what if they're ahead of us? What if they really are? Have you ever thought about all this? I'm really trying. What?
I wasn't born yesterday.
You might not have been born yesterday, but you were born in North Korea.
No, I wasn't.
My grandma's so cool. Oh, Oliver. Ooh. I don't want to download the stupid app. I'm on your website. That should be enough. Now let me read this article. Okay. If Donald Trump manages to stride into North Korea and meet Kim Jong-un for once his tweets and non-sequiturs at rallies in Rust Belt states will not precede him, at least for the North Korean public, in a country with minuscule rates of international internet access and some of the tightest censorship controls in contemporary world, what the North Korean people see and read is different in the extreme from our dominant narratives. How have North Koreans been encouraged by their state to perceive the developments of the last 10 weeks as of writing? The country's media is keeping silent on the prospect of a Kim-Trump summit, a tactic that is not all that surprising given the sheer amount of sensitive work there is to do behind the scenes. An examination of North Korean public media since the beginning of 2018 nevertheless has its benefits. It reveals a few aspects of what Kim is ultimately looking for with the overall charm offensive that has been ongoing since the beginning of 2018, and how North Korea looks to manage its information strategies relative to diplomacy and internal control in the months ahead. Okay, just let me read the full story, please. I mean, okay. Okay, this is getting really stupid. I swear. They want me to subscribe, and I'm not doing that. I'm trying to read here.
Oh, don't subscribe.
Huh?
Don't subscribe.
Yeah, but my grandma says to, so.
No, I don't.
I just want to see what other stuff that they tell them about themselves.
They're trying to make money off of you.
Oh, no, this isn't for North Korea. This is from this magazine article.
Oh.
What do North Koreans think about Kim Jong-un? Let's see here. I want to find out more information like I found out. I mean, I really believe that he does not go to the bathroom. I mean...
Oh,
Grandma, if the man don't have a toilet or any bathroom in his place, where would he go?
Believe me, he's got a toilet.
Grandma, they say that he does not.
Well, they could say it all day long, but I'm not going to believe it.
I kind of believe it. I mean, Grandma, who would lie about that they don't go to the bathroom? Who would lie about that?
Anybody could say that.
All right. I think I found a good article. Let's see here. All right, these articles are sucking. See, this is what I mean. When we get on the podcast, we just start freestyling it because that's what Grandma does. Grandma prefers the freestyle. Grandma just decided to call me at 2 in the morning because she is super cool and Grandma can get away with it.
Well, I've been missing you, James.
For what?
I've been missing you.
You did?
And I love your voice.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Wow. Alright, I think I found another article. My grandma's so cool. Okay. So, what is up with all these people talking so bad about him? Just give me the information I'm looking for. I still think it's amazing how he does not go poop or pee. Like, how, that's amazing. Okay. So it says here, the North Korean cult of personality. Surrounding its ruling family, the Kim family has existed in North Korea for decades and can be found in many examples of North Korean culture. Although not acknowledged by the North Korean government, many defectors and Western visitors state there are often stiff penalties for those who criticize or do not show proper respect for the regime. The personality cult began soon after Kim Jong-il Sung took power in 1948 and was greatly expanded after his death in 1994. While other countries have had cults of personalities to various degrees, the pervasiveness and extreme nature of North Korea's personality cult surpasses that of even Stalin or Mao. The cult is also marked by intensity of the people feeling for and devotion to the leaders, and the key role played by Confucianized ideology of familism, both in maintaining the cult and thereby sustaining the regime itself. The North Korean cult of personality is a large part of North Korean socialism and totalitarianism. It is also the world's only remaining imperial cult. So let us look here. We're going to go back into let's just go down the book here. Let's go down to the background. The background, according to Sede Suk, the cult of personality surrounding the Kim family requires total loyalty, subjugation to the Kim family, and establishes the country as one-man dictatorship through successive generations. The 1972 Constitution of North Korea incorporates the ideas of Kim Il-sung as the only guiding principle of the state, and his activities as the only cultural heritage of the people. According to New Focus International, the cult of personality, particularly surrounding Kim Jong-il-sung, has been crucial for legitimizing the family's hereditary succession, and Park Yong-soo said in the Australian Journal of International Affairs that the prestige of Sir Young, the supreme leader, has been given the highest priority over everything else in North Korea. Kim Il-sung developed the political ideology of Juche idea, generally understood as self-reliance. The further developed in between the 1950s and the 1970s, Juche became the main guide of all forms of thought, education, culture, and life throughout the nation until Kim Jong-il introduced Sungun, military first, policy in 1995, which augments the Juche philosophy and has great impact on national economic policies. At the Fourth Party Conference held in April 2012, Kim Jong-un further defined Juche as the comprehensive thought of Kim Il-sung, developed and deepened by Kim Jong-il, therefore terming it as Kim Il-sungism. Kim Il-sungism or Kim Jong-ilism. That's all one word. Kim Il-sungism and Kim Jong. Wait a minute, there's no and. I gotta stop saying that. Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism, and that was the only guiding idea of the party and nation. Now, according to a 2013 report by New Focus International, the two major North Korean news publications, Rodong Sinmun, the Korean Central News Agency, publish around 300 articles per month relating to the cult of Kim. The report further suggests that with the death of Kim Jong-il, the average North Korean citizen is growing weary of the vast amount of propaganda surrounding the Kims. Daily North Korea likewise published in 2015 that the younger generation is more interested in the outside world and that government is finding it difficult to secure the loyalty of the Jangmadang marketplace generation and promoting idolization of Kim Jong-un. The North Korean government claimed there is no cult of personality, but rather genuine hero worship. So what is your thoughts on all that stuff, Grandma?
I don't have any thoughts on that stuff.
Well, that's the background of everything. I just want to see more awesome stuff about them. I want to see, what are they? They can't be humans.
They're aliens.
Well, they must be something if they don't poop. Pee, vomit. I mean, Grandma, think about it. Okay, think about it. So we just went over the background. That's the most I've ever read, on any other country, because I'm just so interested because it's dude, these guys don't pee, poop, or vomit. They don't. And I believe it. Because who's to say they don't? You don't know them. For all we know is they're probably telling the truth, right?
Yeah, you don't know.
You know who does? God. So you cannot judge them. If they say that they don't pee, poop, or vomit, all you can do is just accept their word and just take their word, because at the end of the day, they could be telling the truth. Because there are babies that are born without, having, a butthole or anything. Huh?
James.
No, there really is. That's a real thing. That is a real thing, Grandma. I don't know what it's called, but I know someone who has a son who has that.
Oh, come on,
Grandma. Oh, you're gonna get me going. I'm gonna look up what it's called now. I can't believe you. I can't believe you think I'm lying to you. It is a real thing. It's called anorectal malformation. And it is existing before birth. Defect that happens early in pregnancy while the baby is still developing. Yeah, it's called anorectal malformations. It is a real birth defect.
Oh, I didn't know
Now,
that.
I think you owe an apology because I was really telling the truth. No apology coming out of my grandma's mouth because she does not. Now, back on my subject matter. That's the thing. That is a real thing. So how can anyone say that they don't use the bathroom? Because they even said that they don't have one. They said that they don't have one themselves. Who's to say that they don't?
Well,
what if they were born with anoretical malformations? See? Oh, and it says here there's a Chinese guy who lived 55 years without one because he had that birth defect. So, I mean, you can still live a long life. But the thing is I'm pretty sure that man, you know, went to the bathroom and stuff still. But Kim Jong-il and all the Kim family, the leaders, the past leaders, they have literally said they don't vomit, they don't pee, and they don't poop. They said that they don't even have the part. They said that they don't even have that. Like...
Well, James.
Grandma, you cannot say that they're wrong. Because to say that they're wrong, I mean, what are they?
Aliens.
Well, they got to be something. I mean, it's not every day you hear stuff like that. Like, and I found out about from that movie I watched at Mom's house. And then the thing is the people who made that movie, The Interview, that movie was made as a comedy, right? And it was just picking fun. But the thing is, most of the stuff they were picking fun at, the people of North Korea, like, that stuff is really happening, like, over there. Like, they really do believe a lot of that stuff. So it's like, we don't live over there, so we don't even know. So, you know?
Well, it's just a little hard to believe.
It's a little hard to believe because you can't comprehend it.
Right, you can't.
I think that's why I'm so fixated on just what else is so crazy about them that other people don't. Because you just don't hear about that all the time. Like, who literally says, I don't pee or poop or vomit? Like, who literally says that? You know, I've never heard something like that.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Well, now you have. And the thing is all the leaders were like that over there. All of them. It's not just Kim Jong-un. All of them. They don't do that. I just find that impressive. It's like, wow. But how can you deny that that medicine they made?
What medicine?
The medicine that cures everything. That they have over there.
Are you there, James?
Yep.
I had to change phones.
Man, I guess you could say I'm kind of obsessed with trying to figure things out. I mean, it just blows my mind. Like, who brags about that? Who brags about not peeing or pooping or vomiting? I'm just like, I've never heard something like this.
I never have either.
So I really need to do some digging on some articles so we can do another podcast. But anyway, Mimi, before I close the podcast, do you want to say anything, advertise anything?
Yeah, I'd like to advertise Dunkin' Donut coffees. The iced coffees the mocha swirl cookies. They are really good.
Ooh.
And I'd like to advertise that.
Amen, amen, amen. I want to advertise my grandma because she's so cool and awesome, and like all my friends give her all the notoriety that my grandma finally deserves, because my grandma is a real star. Like, my grandma has done a lot for our country and everything, and she's been talking to a lot of the scientists and different doctors about the cure for coronavirus. So my grandma is working on a cure for everything with the coronavirus, and soon everything will be back to normal in America.
Oh, boy.
Yep. My grandma actually has a big meeting in New York at 7 o'clock in the morning with Robin Roberts and Jeff Stephanopoulos. They're going to discuss some things that my grandma is doing to improve the economy in the New York area, because the New York area is where it's really bad at. And my grandma's been working side by side with many doctors and, different types of scientists to kind of get a cure going over there, because things are really bad over there. But my grandma knows what she's doing. She hopped out of retirement to, basically get back in the zone, with everything,
Oh.
Yep. Once this coronavirus stuff started hitting, next thing you know, my grandma got a phone call from many very important doctors, important scientists. They were needing my grandma back into the chemistry lab. They needed to work some things out, and my grandma said, well, I guess if my country needs me, I'll get out of retirement. So you guys can expect a cure, vaccine, all that stuff. My grandma is working on it. Just keep an eye out. Everything's going to be fine. But Grandma, you do got that meeting tomorrow, and I don't want you to, because my grandma's been having some very important meetings lately, just like the one in New Mexico just a few days ago. You called out when you were needed. Like, Grandma, I understand your schedule's always busy. Your schedule's always packed. You're a very popular person. But Grandma, sometimes you just got to make time for, the people that need you, You have to.
Oh.
The people count on you.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, before I start getting carried away, my grandma's cool. This has been the podcast. We're going to try to change stuff out, because I'm not going to lie. I got to come up with a new intro for the podcast. I got to come up with a whole lot of stuff. I got to come up with new artwork for it, because face it, I understand. My grandma really started the podcast thing with me, for me, because it was something that I wanted to do. Deep down, it's not my grandma's passion. It's not my grandma's passion, but I talk a lot. The podcast has always been wonderful to me, and since I always talk a lot, I'm like, I could do a good job on a podcast just on my own. Every now and then, have my best friend come on, DJ Marmalade. That's her podcast name, DJ Marmalade, for all the people who now know my grandma. Grandma, you should hear my friends speak about you. Like, I showed my friend a picture of us. Remember when you were down here and we had the same shirts on? My friend, she responded to me and she said, man, I wish I was there. I want a matching shirt too. Like, Grandma, all my friends think you are a cool person.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And they said they want to meet you and everything.
Oh, my.
Like, Grandma, you're popular.
Oh.
You are very popular. I tell them my grandma's great. My grandma is a celebrity. But anyway, a lot of things that come from the podcast. I'm gonna do some solo podcasts. I'm gonna do some podcasts with my grandma from time to time, but it's not gonna be like always with me and Grandma, because I know that Grandma don't really care for it. My grandma just wanted to do it with me for me, basically, because my grandma is the best. She she wanted to do it because I wanted to do it, But I want to respect my grandma and not let her feel forced like she has to. I just wanted to get my grandma on the podcast because my friends know who she is, and they all want to hear you, Grandma. They want to see you. They want to meet you. It's great. I wish you could hear it. I wish you could hear the excitement when my friends start talking about my grandma, and like one of the women, she said that she spoke to her grandma and told her grandma the story of us and how we are together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because grandma, it's very rare to find someone who calls their grandma every single day and stuff. So if you got to think, I'm probably inspiring a bunch of people to stay connected with their grandma.
Yeah.
But yeah, big things are to come, for the podcast. I got to work on a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff I got to work on, but I will with time. But anyway, this has been HOCWWID, the podcast, and I'll come up with an intro, a name, and all that other stuff. This is just me just winging it because I got this whole North Korean stuff on the brain, and I'm just like, man, I should have really done my research. But this was a last-minute thing because I was just listening to a song that was on my head all day today, and then Grandma calls me out of nowhere, and I was just like, well, I'm just trying to get my mind straight. But anyway. Yeah, my grandma's cool. See, and that's what Grandma likes. Grandma just likes listening to me. Because I'll just talk on and on and on. She don't even have to respond to anything. My grandma's the greatest.
To you.
Amen. My grandma is the greatest. But big things are to come for me, Grandma. But tell me, was I correct, though? You only did the podcast for me.
Right.
I knew it. Yep, so big things are to come. I'll have something, figured out with the podcast, and I want to do like an intro, like a radio intro. I got a bunch of things planned for it, and I want to do like every podcast. I want to do positive quotes, Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be revolved around positivity and laughter because, oh my gosh, Grandma.
What?
So, I watched a movie. It was, and my caseworker would approve of it. Because, I'm not allowed to watch horror movies or nothing. The Goosebumps movie with Jack Black is a horror movie my caseworker would approve. It was cute, it was funny, and Jack Black's just hilarious. And it was innocent. It was innocent-natured. It was great. Yes, it was great. Now, would I recommend it for you? No, I would not recommend it for you. But it was cute. It was funny. And it still had, like, kind of a horror spin. But it's not like a horror movie to where it's going to mess up my brain, basically.
Oh.
I can't wait to tell my caseworker about how amazing that movie was. I was laughing the whole time.
You were?
Yeah, it was funny. Because they saved the world, and like some of the characters these real characters that were created in the Goosebumps series, it was kind of funny. Like, it was silly in a cute way. It was like, just a kid making stuff up. It's hard to explain. But I know with you have to steer clear from anything that's like that stuff. But so I wouldn't recommend it for you. But Jack Black, Jack Black. Jack Black is a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's funny. I don't know. Maybe my mama will watch it, but I don't think you should watch it though, because I don't think you would react well with it.
Maybe your mom won't watch it though.
Yeah, my mama probably will though. I was gonna say like mama can watch it and see if it would look like something that you would watch. But to be honest, I don't think you would. I don't think you should watch.
Yeah.
Just because of the stuff that the guy created and stuff like that. But the thing is it was cute. It was a cute type of horror movie. It wasn't. There was no killing. There was no nothing. It was just this stuff that this man, the author R.L. Stine, just made up, and it went into history about how he came up with all these little monsters and how he was severely picked on and stuff, and how he created all these monsters to basically do his bidding and all this stuff. But the monsters were kind of cute, like when they accidentally summoned an abominable snowman. The snowman went to the vending machine and was eating all the candy out of it. Like, it was just cute stuff like that, like stuff you wouldn't see in an average, like a horror, like a real horror movie. Like, it was more of a cute horror movie. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But as someone who had like a obsession issue with horror movies and stuff, like, that was actually a really cute, humbling thing. It was very cute. I know my caseworker would approve of it because I was laughing the whole time. It was cute. I like to watch stuff that makes me laugh. Laughter is the key. That's what I want to circle my podcast around. And yeah, big things are coming my way. Oh my gosh, that's it. Did I tell you about me and Mom? Yeah, I did. I talked to you earlier today, I think. Yeah, I did. Didn't we talk earlier today? Your helper was over there? Wasn't your helper over there or something?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we did talk. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to close this podcast off. Me and Graham are probably going to continue to talk. But yeah, big things are coming with the podcast. I'm going to get on that. I also got to get to writings and stuff. I still got to do that song with my friend Mo. I still got to work on that. There's a lot that I got to work on. There's always a lot that I got to work on. But I'll get there with time. But anyway, this has been the HOCWWID podcast. I still have not come up with an intro. I also want to do an outro too. I'll get everything organized. Everything will be organized. And yeah, stay tuned for the podcast. Great things are to come with it. I'll have everything planned out and everything. This was just me winging it. I am out. Peace and blah, blah, blah.